One of the most well-known Bible stories about faith is the story of Abraham and Isaac, found in the book of Genesis, specifically in Genesis 22, 1:19. This story demonstrates Abraham's unwavering faith and obedience to God. Here's a summary of the story. God had promised Abraham that he would become the father of a great nation and that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. However, Abraham and his wife Sarah were old, and they had not yet had a child. Against all odds, they eventually had a son named Isaac, who was a long-awaited and precious gift. Then, God tested Abraham's faith. He commanded Abraham to take his son Isaac to a mountain and offer him as a sacrifice. This was a shocking and heart-wrenching command, as Isaac was the child of promise and the fulfillment of God's covenant with Abraham. Abraham, despite the difficulty and apparent contradiction of the situation, obeyed God without hesitation. He demonstrated an extraordinary level of faith, believing that God's promise would be fulfilled even if it meant sacrificing his beloved son. As Abraham and Isaac journeyed to the mountain, Isaac noticed that they had everything needed for a sacrifice except the actual animal to be sacrificed. He asked his father about this, and Abraham responded with faith. God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. Genesis 22:8. When they reached the mountain, Abraham prepared the altar, bound Isaac, and was about to carry out the sacrifice. However, at the last moment, an angel of the Lord stopped him and provided a ram caught in a nearby thicket as a substitute for Isaac. This demonstrated that God had indeed provided the sacrifice, just as Abraham had said earlier. God commended Abraham for his faith and obedience, saying, "Because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky." Genesis 22:16, 17. This story of Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his own son out of obedience to God illustrates the profound depth of faith and trust in God's plan. It also foreshadows the sacrificial nature of God's relationship with humanity, ultimately leading to the greater sacrifice of Jesus Christ, God's own Son, for the redemption of humanity. This is the end of the story. Do you have enough faith to dare to ask God for something great? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless you.